all times. First commanders right now. Touch gloves. When the bell rings, box. Good luck.
The instructions from the referee, Johnny Callis. Daniel, a lot at stake today for both Errol Spence Jr. and Leonard Bundu.
Absolutely. You have to understand, it's either now or never for Bundu. He's 41 years of age, and if he can get a victory tonight, he will have another opportunity to get a world championship. But especially for this young man here, who has, people have a lot of high hopes for this guy. This could be his coming out party, and then with an impressive victory, there's a world opportunity shot waiting right around the corner.
Errol Spence Jr., a 2012 Olympian in London. Bundu represented Italy back in the 2000 Summer Games in Sydney. What do you look for early?
Well, I look for Bundu to apply that pressure that he normally has. He's an inside fighter. He's a very experienced fighter as well, with switching on the inside back and forth. So he's a bit tricky. He said in the fighters meeting yesterday that he was going to apply that into the ring tonight. So I'm looking forward to Bundu being very aggressive.
Errol Spence, a southpaw, with a 2.5-inch height advantage on Leonard Bundu, who is a native of Sierra Leone, but is currently based in Florence, Italy. Spence, originally from Brentwood, New York, on Long Island, but moved to Texas at a very young age. Currently lives in DeSoto, Texas. Spence 71 career rounds in 20 pro bouts, up against the much more experienced, at least at the professional ranks, Bundu, who turned pro at the age of 30. 11 years ago when Errol Spence was just 15 years of age.
Oh, big difference in age, big difference in experience. This guy's been around for a very long time. And like I said before, that will go to his credit if he can apply that tonight.
Midway through round one from the Ford Amphitheater at Coney Island. And you mentioned, Daniel, that Bundu certainly has the ability to switch to southpaw at times.
He can make it very uncomfortable in there, especially for a young fighter who hasn't seen a style like this before in Errol Spence. Errol Spence is going to have to adapt in this fight, and he's going to have to show that true grit and skill that we all know he has.
We saw the left hook, and then the right from Spence. Final minute, round one. Scheduled for 12. What have you noticed early, David?
I've noticed Errol Spence taking his time, and that's what he said in the fighters meeting. He said he's going to be patient, especially with this veteran guy. He's going to be patient. He's going to take his time and pick his shots. And Bundu is coming out, and he's trying to apply that aggression. So it's been a good round so far.
Bundu has said, quote, "This is my last chance." At the age of 41. He's lost only once, back in 2014. And that will do it for round one. Sunday afternoon from Coney Island. Errol Spence Jr. and Leonard Bundu. It's the IBF Welterweight Eliminator. The winner will be the mandatory challenger for the title. Errol Spence Jr. at 20-0. 17 by a knockout, including TKOs in his last 7 bouts. And Bundu at 33-1 with 2 draws. His only loss coming at the hands of Keith Thurman.
Yeah, Bundu says Spence is still green. He hasn't been tested yet. He hasn't been pushed to the limits, and that's what he plans to do tonight. He's been doing a good job so far. He's applied a lot of pressure, and I like what I'm seeing from both fighters.
Who did you give the edge to in round one?
I give the edge a little to Bundu as far as the aggression. Although Spence landed some key shots, I just think the aggression and some of the punches that he landed, Bundu might have slipped that round.
Spence in the blue and gold trunks. Bundu in the red trunks with white trim. Now Spence Up against the ropes.
Good sportsmanship.
You heard the referee, Johnny Callis.
Break, don't punch. Step
And
back.
now Callis will step in. A couple of body shots by Spence. This is with the left uppercut.
That's really what Spence is known for. He's a really vicious body puncher, and his jab is amazing as well. So if he can put those together all night, it's going to be a long night for Bundu.
And you look at the numbers, Daniel, in his last 4 fights, Spence landed 47% of his power punches.
That's amazing. Anytime you have a young fighter who can land more than 40% of his power punches, he has a bright future.
Final minute, round 2, scheduled for 12. Now for the final half minute, round 2 here in Brooklyn. Another body shot from Spence.
That jab is at the end of his punch, and I'm loving that jab because as far as the height reach, he has the advantage Spence does, so he's going to have to use that all night.
Final seconds, round 2.
Bundu looking very aggressive in that last round. He's been the inside fighter, and this is the key to his, what he says is the key to winning this fight. You can see combinations, punches and bunches, and this is going to serve him well.
Bundu fighting in the United States for only the 3rd time. Has anything surprised you, Randall, over the first 2 rounds?
What's surprising to me is the role reversal. I expected Errol Spence to come out aggressive because I felt like he's the young guy. He wants to make a statement, and yet it's been reversed. Bundu has come out aggressive, and he wants to show this young, what he considers the young guy, some old tricks.
Bundu fighting with desperation on his mind. He has said, this is my last chance at the age of 41. As we check in with Eric Raskin. Eric.
I have it scored 2 rounds to nothing, 20-18 in favor of Errol Spence, although I will say in terms of what Bundu's doing well, as Danny pointed out, he's putting pressure on, he's having his moments. These are not blowout rounds, but I'm giving them to Spence for cleaner punching, and I love those left hands to the body. Those are really the difference for me through the first 2 rounds.
Thanks, Eric. So 2018, Daniel, on Eric's scorecard.
I have it 1 round apiece. I think both fighters did enough just to win, even though it's a close round, both rounds. As Bundu lands a nice short overhand left. This is a great fight.
Round 3 scheduled for 12. The winner will become the mandatory challenger for the IBF welterweight title. Power punches, Spence landing 56%. Bundu at 25%. And we talked about those numbers from Spence's last 4 fights.
Absolutely. Precision is the key. Landing punches and making sure they're accurate and throwing non-meaningful punches is not the key. He wants to be able to land those shots and be effective, especially with those body shots as Spence goes down with a nice jab to the body.
Final minute of round 3, scheduled for 12. The first ever sporting event at the Ford Amphitheater at the Coney Island Boardwalk.
It's a beautiful atmosphere. The Brooklyn fans are loving this fight so far. And one thing I noticed by Errol Spence, he said, these Brooklyn fans are organic. They will show if they like you, if they support you, and they love you. And it's been all support for both fighters tonight.
And you know this, the Brooklyn fan base as well as anybody.
Oh, absolutely. The Brooklyn fan base is amazing. Brooklyn boxing in general as a whole has been coming up within the years, and I'm just proud to be from Brooklyn, and I'm proud to be able to, you know, show my showcase here live.
Down to 20 seconds remaining in round 3. Who has had the edge of this round?
I still give it to Errol Spence. He's doing a phenomenal job of using his jab, using his ring generalship, and that body work especially has been the key.
Welcome back. Kenny Albert, Daniel Jacobs, Eric Raskin, and Dave Briggs from the Ford Amphitheater at the Coney Island Boardwalk. Round 4 scheduled for 12. The IBF Welterweight World Title Eliminator. Errol Spence Jr. and Leonard Bundu. .30-27 in favor of Errol Spence on Eric's scorecard over the first 3 rounds. Nice combination by Spence.
Spence looks like he's picking him apart now. He's starting to find his rhythm. He's starting to find what works for him, and he's applying it heavenly. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Spence thus far.
So 4 consecutive right jabs from Spence, and then he goes to the body, comes back with the left hook.
Very sharp. I'm loving this flow. I like the way he's being able to apply not only the speed, but the defense as well.
Spence last fought in mid-April. The TKO in the 5th round of Chris Algieri, a former world champ who had never been knocked out, who went the distance with Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan. Spence stopped it in round 5. And now the mouthpiece has hit the ring.
Spence landed a beautiful uppercut and had Bundu mouthpiece fly out the ring. Excuse me, on the canvas.
You want to have another one? Make it quick. Go ahead, you put it in. Okay, come on over.
Bundu, the 2-time European welterweight champ.
Time in.
Represented Italy in the Summer Olympics back in 2000. Lost in the round of 16.
These guys are begging now, Kenny. The crowd is standing in ovation.
Flurry of activity here in round 4. Humid day here in Brooklyn. Errol Spence, used to the heat, lives in DeSoto, Texas, 17 miles from Dallas. Often runs 5 or 6 miles in the middle of the night when it's a little bit cooler down south.
It gets really hot in Texas. But he's also bringing the heat tonight, so. As he lands a left hook right to the face of Bundu.
A look at the punches landed and thrown to this point. Spence at 34%. Round 4 scheduled for 12. Errol Spence Jr., the 3-time national amateur welterweight champ. Won the National Golden Gloves back in 2009 in the welterweight division. Spence off to a good start here in Brooklyn. Welcome back. Round 5 scheduled for 12. Errol Spence Jr. and Leonard Bundu. A 15-year age differential. Spence 26, Bundu 41. Bundu born in 1974. An Olympian in 2000, turned pro at the age of 30 in 2005. 31 of his 38 bouts have taken place in Italy. 2 in England, 2 in Germany, and this his 3rd here in the United States.
And for the last 30 seconds, Errol Spence Jr. has just circled the ring using his combinations, using that beautiful jab, and using that distance. I mean, he's getting caught every now and then, but he still has the fundamentals down pat, and he has that range, which is the key to winning this fight.
Spence with a large number of friends and family members in attendance. He was born on Long Island. Many relatives still live there. He refers to New York as his second home. Oh, big left by Spence.
As we alluded to before, Kenny, both fighters have an opportunity, the winner of this fight, to fight for a world championship against Kell Brook. And both fighters are excited because this is all they ever dreamed of. But as we know, Kell Brook has a fight scheduled for Triple G in the middleweight division, which is kind of odd, but you know, both fighters still wanting that opportunity to fight for a championship.
Right, the winner of this bout will be the mandatory challenger for the title in the IBF welterweight division as we approach 1 minute remaining in round 5. Couple of body shots by Bundu. 45 seconds remaining in round 5.
You know, Kenny, I love how Errol Spence Jr. sits on his punches. Even though he can move and move on the fly, I love how he can still land punches and sit on his punches, because that's where the power punches come in. And when you actually does that, when you actually do that, it's more effective.
Down to 20 seconds. Spence able to back away. 10 seconds. That will do it for round 5. Round 6 in Brooklyn. Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. and Leonard "The Lion" Bundu. How did you see round 5, Daniel?
I give it to Errol Spence Jr. He looked phenomenal in the early half of the fight. And that jab and the pivoting and the movement, he's coming together fairly well.
This is only the 5th time in Spence's career that he has gone to the 6th round. He has stopped 16 of his prior 20 opponents prior to round 6.
Well, you know, the investment that he's making to the body is very hard. It's going to tire Bundu out if he can continue to land these shots.
Now remember, Bundu did go the distance with Keith Thurman.
Yeah, and it said before that that was a very tough fight for him. His first fight in the USA, it was a lot of pressure for him. He got caught into the hype, but this fight, he says he's going to be 100%, but it seems to be all Errol Spence Jr. tonight.
Spence able to dunk out of the wing. 2 minutes remaining in round 6, scheduled for 12. Another body shot by Spence, and then the right. Midway through round 6, down goes Bundu. Wow.
No knockdown, no knockdown.
Referee took a close look at him and allowed him to continue. Errol Spence has the eye of the tiger right now. It looked like he's going for blood. Bundu is very game right now, but he's hurt. Oh, and he goes out. He is out. Wow.
Stay. Stay, brother, just stay. Okay, stay.
Errol Spence Jr. with a spectacular knockout.
He remains unbeaten at 21-0. And now the concern, of course, for Leonard Bundu, who went down twice in round 6 at the hands of Errol Spence Jr.
You know, I just said to you, Kenny, it was a matter of time before he was going to slip those hard shots in, because he was making a large investment to that body. And as we know, once you make that early investment to the body, your hands start to drop, you start to get tired, and then you can land the big shots up top. And that's exactly what he did. We're knocking this gentleman out.
Leonard Bundu, 41 years of age. He said, "This is my last chance," and Spence closed out the bout by landing 15 of 19 power shots.
Impressive. Got to give Bundu credit, though. He showed every bit of grit, every bit of heart. He knew this was his last opportunity, and he gave it all, and he went out on the shield.
So Bundu, who started boxing at the age of 16, 25 years ago, loses for only the second time as a professional. First at the hands of Keith Thurman in a bout that went the distance, and now Errol Spence Jr. victorious here in Brooklyn. As the two fighters embrace, Spence goes to 21-0, 18 via knockout.
So the first knockdown, as we see Kenny, one of those great uppercuts as he pivots into the shot. It was an amazing shot, landed right on the chin and sent Boone down. As we also see again, the shot that ended it all, the uppercut followed by the right hook. It was lights out after that. Boone couldn't recover. And Errol Spence Jr. moves on to bigger and better things. As we see here, he's wrapping around his waist. He wants that world championship. He wants that opportunity to fight for the welterweight championship of the world.
Well, he said, I want a world title this year. And he is now the mandatory challenger for the title in the IBF welterweight division. So the 2012 Olympian Errol Spence Jr. victorious as he stops 41-year-old Leonard Bundu in round 6 here in Brooklyn. We will hear from Errol Spence Jr. when we return. Welcome back to the Ford Amphitheater at Coney Island to look at Errol Spence Jr., who remains unbeaten at 21-0. Now to ring announcer Ray Flores.
At 2 minutes 6 seconds of the 6th round for your winner by knockout and still undefeated,